So you're all working with tech in the affiliate space, and there is loads of things happening. One of the main issues at the moment is, and what is always been spoken about is the trust issue between the operators and affiliates. Is it really a data problem, and can technology actually solve it? I will leave it to you, Adam, firstly.
Yeah. I think data is part of the problem, but I think for us, the tracking platform, it's the visibility of that data and what that data is and what does it mean. I think there is a lot of times where affiliates or affiliate managers will come to us and they may say data is wrong. It's very rare that the data is wrong. It's that understanding of that data. Why has that player deposited £10,000? Why is that player generated so much commission? It's all about how do we get to those numbers rather than the data itself being incorrect. And so I think the transparency is the most important part here to get that trust issue. So
transparency is always an issue. And will it ever be solved, you think, the transparency issue?
I don't think it'll ever 100% be solved unless there's full openness of data on all sides of from the client side to the affiliate side to the tracking platform side. Whether we'll ever get to that position, I'm not too certain we will.
No, you're probably right, Brendan.
So it will never be solved 100% for sure, but there's ways to identify the clarity of data because, example, from an affiliate standpoint, if an operator is allowing API access, postbacks, and dynamic variable tracking, he's already giving you enough access to the data as much as possible. In terms, it is always, you can always question the data, sure, but if, example, you're working with multiple operators and you see a habit that you need to question one operator, it means most probably they are the ones that are not giving you the accurate information. So in this case, it's always having the data as a source and then take decisions based on the benchmark data from across the operators that you're working with.
Any comments, Mikul?
I feel the trust in affiliate marketing is partially a data problem, but at the same time, it's more about transparency, as Adam stated. So affiliates are concerned about the real attribution, what happens right after the first click, how has the player been retained, and what is the lifetime value of the player. But at the same time, if the operator is not really giving that kind of statistics to the affiliate, so that is where the gap arises in terms of the trust that the affiliates are not able to really build with the operator. So it's more of on the technology front. I think you cannot really build trust, but at the same time, you can be very transparent with the affiliate. That can in turn be a first step towards better transparency module wherein affiliates have more access to the data, and that results to better optimization in terms of scaling the campaigns.
Yeah, I mean, we all work in between the operators and the affiliates. Is it really our responsibility to solve this issue, or is it someone else's responsibility?
So from our perspective, it's a case where assisting the publishers understanding the data and actually giving them the tools to question the data with the operator. That is how you can build this transparency with the operator. So in some industries, FTDs fall out because of chargebacks, and there's always that situation. The relationship between the operator and affiliate has to be built to have these discussions and why that FTD dropped off. Don't let the affiliate find out that there's 5 FTDs less. Go to them and tell them, listen, there's 5 chargebacks, we have to get out these 5 FTDs. It's just a basic communication, and I think that is enough to clear the air. Listen, we're not tricking you. There's this issue, we just have to get them off. It's just business, basically.
Well, I believe that data transparency, tracking accuracy is the most important part, but it's not fixing all the problem with trust. Maybe 30–40% of all the process, but it's something that must have been implemented to the platform. Another part is commercial and trust to advertiser, like financial discipline, payments on time. So for now, if affiliate have a problem with the payments from operators, from affiliate networks, they will stop even if they have a perfect tracking platform. So tracking platform, this is something that should be tracking accuracy and platform should be fixed. This is the main part, but the commercial one is also very important thing. And for now, the platform that built like a monolith, it's hard to develop and implement new AI tools. And so the first thing they have to fix is tracking its accuracy. And of course, the commercial part, as I mentioned, it's main one here.
I was studying politics in the university, and there is such a concept of neorealism, and how the industry is moving right now, and what we see is exactly the same what I have studied. So every actors assume that the other side is the permanent hostile, so the baddest, sorry, and the equilibrium of that is mutual defense, permanent mutual defense. Affiliates assumes that operator is a bad guy. Operators assume that affiliate is a bad guy. Tech behind cannot fix this, because tech behind can only fix and provide, everyone have spoken, tools. What to do to change the game, I think we will discuss a little bit later. But this is exactly what is happening. This is just reality that we should take into account. Everyone wants to make money. Everyone wants to make margin higher, and everyone wants to get this as much as possible out of the whole system. But the pie is not endless, and at some point it will end.
Thank you. John, was this an issue 5-10 years ago, or is this an issue which has been developing and you're seeing it more and more?
It's a good question. I think the problems are just getting bigger because we have more consolidation with M&A and affiliates, and they buy a smaller affiliate, they have instant arbitrage, so the deals get more stronger. And I think we don't spend, like I spend enough time talking about shaving, but on the opposite side of the fence, I have friends that are affiliate managers, and when I hear what they're dealing with and trying to work with affiliates, it's like flat fees and deals, and they buy a deal for a CPA or a flat fee with high rev share, and a week later they're like, why am I never making money from it? So I think the full picture we have is we've actually had technically for a long time the tools in place. Like we've had postbacks and dynamic variables. On the affiliate side, there's a lot of affiliates that don't have these things, and Brendan and I are trying our best to gain as close to 100% market share from the affiliate side. On the operator side, I've heard from a big platform that 10% of their operators are using the API to build the BI platform. And I think what you guys are going to be working on sooner than later, if you haven't done so already, is building that BI platform native such that the affiliate manager doesn't have to worry that the deal's gone sideways. They're like, I know tomorrow the data's come in, this deal's not good, and we're killing it on the spot because we have a contract. I think the tools are there, and I think that's how the trust is going to be rebuilt, where we're like, okay, you caught me and I can't do this again. Great. Now let's move forward, and then maybe we get into a new phase of potential data sharing, which what Vlad was alluding to. I think there's more of this happening outside of iGaming, and I think once the first person who makes this happen inside here, I think we're going to get a chain reaction, and I'm hope, you know what you said before in our previous chats, that maybe this happens, but people are really scared of sharing lots of stuff.
Yeah, and would you say that we are in the iGaming industry in the forefront tech-wise, or are we struggling a bit in the background? Are we lazy?
I'll jump in. I think we know that other industries, when they come into here, they're like, oh, this is going to be amazing, and it's going to be so tech advanced, and they're like, whoa. I think our problem is we've had so much money that we've not been able to care about the cost per click, that everyone just thinks they're hot shit, and they're like, I know what I'm doing. But I encourage people from outside of iGaming to come in here, because I'm like, if you work hard and you know what you're doing, you're going to start cleaning house, and it's going to make everyone else accountable. I think we done for you services are always going to win outside of iGaming and inside. So everyone here on this whole panel right now, I think we're all working towards that, whether it's being selfish or some type of partnerships where we work together, but we're all kind of, it's the rising tides lift all boats. I think that's what we're going to probably experience, and I hope for.
Adam, something to add?
Yeah, I think we are far behind other industries. I think there is a lot of legacy platforms that make it very difficult for us as tracking platforms to move as quickly as we want to. Particularly the fact that, you know, a lot of clients, it's 24-hour data, you know, and that's not on us as a platform. That's how we receive that data.
Exactly.
And I think that's, for us, we want real time. We want to be able to provide everything as soon as possible, but we wanted to run, but sometimes we have to walk. But that's our problem to deal with, right? That's our responsibility to make sure that we provide that data as best as we can. Whether that's mentioned some of the things that you mentioned there, dynamic parameters, you know, like click IDs, everything like that, that we can provide as much real-time data as possible without getting that source of truth at the end of it. So for that reason, I think we are certainly behind other industries in tech.
I think now we are in the position with Adam where the tracking solution are convincing operators to move to the future, basically, with real-time data and all this stuff.
Is it a harder industry to be innovative in terms of the? We have set like a standard, whereas hybrids are standard, so revenue share, which is not really common in other industries, such as like finance or dating or whatever. Does it make it harder to innovate in this space?
I don't really think so, because at the end of the day, it's all about the objective of the campaign that you've set. On the technology front, whether it's campaign creation, optimization, it all boils down to whatever is the objective that you're supposed to meet. Because in e-commerce, it's also CPA, right? In finance, it's more about lead generation. So it's more about what is the objective and kind of optimizing it as per the requirement. Because at the end of the day, you are tracking impressions, you're tracking clicks, and the objective final, whichever is it. So I think it's not very difficult to optimize, but at the same time, you need to have that kind of transparency with the affiliate. And like John rightly said, that there's a lot of money in the industry. That is the reason that people don't really care enough to be more tech savvy. So I think that can be solved with AI coming up and people trying to more and more getting evolved with the technology.
But is it easier for operators, for example, to be less transparent when you are rewarding your partners on a revenue share base than rather than a CPA, pure CPA?
Well, it depends. I don't think this is a lack of transparency. This is the same. It's the matter just of earnings of affiliate, which model they take, revenue share or CPA, if both side wins. So every model works. The problem of transparency is the full visibility of all data, of all conversions, of all the funnel for affiliate and for operator. So if they make sure that an affiliate marketer see the numbers, the same numbers they see the CRO of the operator, so then this is the transparent deal. But it doesn't mean that if they both see the same numbers, they both have the same earnings. But I think the transparency is a reasonable thing here. Of course, maybe not for all the market, because we're still experiencing a lot of like fraudulent cases. The industry is very big, a lot of money, and there are some prevention stuff from the scam. But for main players, for big players, trustful players, the deals should be, and data should be transparent.
To be honest, I don't think at all that deal makes sense. Like there is any difference between any deals. If operator, if we are speaking about the operator, is not trustworthy and not legit, whatever, he will find all the ways down how to cut, what to do, etc., etc. It doesn't matter which deal. The only thing is that such systems like ours needs to provide all the possible ways of audit all the possible steps that were done and to support all the necessary deal types and to be able to be prepared for any future deals, which for sure will come soon.
Yeah, I just think that a lot of the tech we have in place, we don't need to innovate on. Like, I do think we're getting to a point where there's some paid affiliates that work with postbacks or dynamic variables. They're like, I can't give you any traffic unless you do it. I've heard from other platforms that they've seen a growth in this demand because it's these affiliates that are driving it. So we're getting transparency for the wrong reason, but we're all happy for it. And I just think where things are moving, it's kind of like, you know, we already have those things. We're gonna end up with that regardless. And I think the future of this will be when you guys start building more tools that, like, for an example, can I get a tracking link at scale without using a dynamic variable? Like, can I just get like 1,000 links all at once? And when you guys provide these tools, it's like you start pushing things forward and like make it easier for all the affiliates out there, such that they basically go to the next operator and go, see what these guys have. And like, if you don't have it, we can't work with you. That's where we're
You
see it.
literally touch the topic which like always getting in my mind and making me crazy. How we can help affiliate managers to start the campaign with affiliate just in a few clicks, giving them like 1K links, just like this. It can be AI agent, whatever, it doesn't matter. But the most important part is how to start the campaign as quick as possible.
And this brings us on to the second question. We have actually spent 20 minutes on this one, so let's keep it short. What's the one thing that operators could do tomorrow or implement tomorrow to solve the issue and regain the trust with affiliates? Let's go the round.
Yeah, I think operators need to take the affiliates on the journey with them. You know, I think that a lot of affiliates I speak to, they prefer consistency over getting large commission payments one month and then low the next month, the month after that. Talk to them about how you get to that end goal. Why do we do what we do? Why do we take these fees off before you see net revenue? Why are we charging you? Why are you doing revenue share? Why can we not do CPA? Work with the affiliate throughout that process because they will trust you a lot more. That's where I would start with from an operator perspective.
Also, you have to understand that an affiliate nowadays, it's not just one SEO website and he's driving traffic. It's actually budgets towards the campaigns and other funnels. So he is spending money to send you the traffic. So being consistent on the payment and actually tell him why there is deductions here and there, it's always going to help him understand how he's going to optimize the campaign better. So the consistency of payments, the clarity of why they're getting paid as such, and just having that mutual agreement, okay, you both want to make money, but someone is coughing up money up front for you to get that traffic already.
I feel share more data is, it's that simple. Operators need to share as much data as possible because at this point in time, affiliates are just regarded as a traffic vendor, but not really as a growth partner, because once an operator sees an affiliate as a growth partner, then is when the real problems are solved. Because at the end of the day, it's affiliate that is scaling the campaigns. And if you overnight changes the deals and you change the optimization logic, attribution logic, so affiliate just cannot really build the trust. So it's all about sharing more and more data, and that makes the job simpler for the affiliates.
Well, we all agreed on the transparency of data, of tracking is very important. And yes, once all platforms have all those metrics available for affiliates, all those funnels to analyze, it should help to optimize the flows, the speed of running campaigns. And I think here the API is the future. And of course, all the platforms work by API, but it should be more complex. For example, not only reporting by API, but I would suggest sending by API. Of course, for now, there is some fears from the end of operators about availability of the lead for third parties, but this problem should be also fixed because other industries have the same pains, and there is no problem, for example, in the dating industry or payday loans, finance, to get data by API, and it's coming more targeted for the operator, because on the entrance they see if they need this player or not. They can bounce it back or they can accept and start working with that. So the thing is that API should be not only about reporting but about tracking as well. But I think iGaming industry will come to this in the future, not for now. It's too early.
I don't think that there is anything we can add from technical perspective that can change the reality. The game changer here will be the kind of psychological moments, or I don't know, to introduce so that both sides are not any more defensive to each other. Because again, from where I have started, there are no tool which we can provide except clarity of data, transparency of data, real-time data, and blah, 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 and so on. It doesn't matter anything if we don't change the game, and we cannot change the game right now. It's like obvious process, and we will come to that point. Obviously, I think the real-time data at some point will be for operators. You don't have it. No, we are not going to work with you, because more and more operators come into the market, more and more operators where we as a platform can convince them of using real-time data. The only thing what I was discussing with you, John, yesterday, and I saw a little spark in your eyes about this, but maybe imagine the future, like near future, hopefully, where operators like decided to show everything, to provide all the data, like, and telling let's lower the deal, let's provide affiliate score which you are kind of trying to reach, and if this is the score you reach, then we pay you like this, if not then less, etc. Like, again, this is just ideas. If you're asking me what exactly should be done, and this is not the technology itself, this to develop it's easy, but the psychology behind that, that's what, like, will you be able to agree on those terms, for example, as affiliates, or still the trust is something that cannot be fixed like this?
And just to add to it, I mean, I think we all touched upon this idea about benchmark data to know what are the player values in each geo by each product, and maybe even by a game level. I think once we have it, operators and affiliates will change everything they do. It's like affiliate will change who they rank in their system, but if you're an operator, we want the affiliate to care what products do you have that makes the player value more substantial. And then rather than having then like a ranking list like, oh, I'm the seventh best casino in Canada, that's very different than saying the number one has a 5-time player value than number 7. And once we know that, it's like the operator's not even just worrying that they're going to lose their affiliate traffic. They're going to be like, what do we need to do to at least cut this in half such that we double the player value or triple it? I think once we get that, we're going to see better everything. It starts with data tools, but I think the sharing is where everyone gets in a new line and people reorganize their priorities from both affiliates and the operators.
What I'm getting from this is that it's not really about the tech. The tech is there. Tech is available. They use it in many other industries already. It's all about the lack of trust, lack of transparency, and this needs to be rebuilt somehow. I think we have like 3 or 4 minutes left, so we could take some questions if there are any. Come on, they need some questions.
Everything is clear.
My question is for the platforms. I'm like, whether you want to share it now or later, it's like, I always want to know what you guys are working on that you hear from operators and affiliates. And, I just geek out on the tools that you guys build and say, what's coming for Christmas?
Yeah, I mean, speaking for myself, I mean, like Nordic Partners, we are in a pretty unique position where we have feedback from both the operators and the affiliates. And as I said on the previous panel as well, I mean, like the tolerance for friction is getting lower and lower, and it has been doing this for quite a while. But how to solve it, I don't know. I mean, in a perfect world, it would be a split of revenues after costs, and then all good. But unfortunately, that's not where we are.
We are working always.
Sorry, go ahead.
We are always working on something that will make happy everyone. And this is something that I think we should care about, and it doesn't matter which feature we will release. If this is something that everyone will be using, I will be happy, everyone will be happy, and that's it.
Sounds like perfect world. You have the solution.
Yeah.
Well, I want to add something from the angle of affiliate networks, because initially I started from that point, not from the operator side. We're working on implementing some AI tools that will help. First of all, the main goal is to help running campaigns faster, to like link generation, post-back setup. This is the one point. Second point is giving proper tips to affiliate manager about optimization of their affiliates, recommendations of offers, of some changes they may apply to make it better, fraud detection, and of course like the trend highlighting for every affiliate manager, and of course, like the tool for managing teams, for team leads, for head of network. And I think when we finally implement this, it's not coming for Christmas actually, but step by step, I think it may help to our clients work better and optimize their teams.
And by Christmas at AffNoop, what we'll have is we are working on incrementality at the moment. So till date, affiliate platforms has been all about what has happened till date, or maybe in the past. But now I feel it's the time to predict the future, because based on the data, based on AI, it's all about incrementality, which sources are working better, which are not. And then machines will be talking to machines, and human will be just there just for strategic intervention. So it will be the job for the AI to kind of maybe set up the campaigns, optimize the bids, find out best performing players. So it's will be all about just the prompts and AI agents that will just replace the SAS.
We managed to keep it until the last minute, until it became a sales pitch and AI storytelling. Huh? So that's good. I think we are ready to wrap it up. If there are no questions from the audience. Nothing. It's all pretty clear. Great work. Thanks a lot to the panelists. I thought it was interesting, at least. Hopefully for you guys as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.